Hi, my name's James and welcome to R&R. It's a video series where I react to and review new release music video clips. Today, I'm going to be hopping over to YouTube's Music Global Charts, and today I'm going to go with Flowers by Jisoo, who is part of Blackpink. Given the fact that Blackpink primarily are from Korea, and the vocals sung here by Jisoo are in Korean, quite hard for me to follow along lyrically with what's happening. We've got a pretty standard slower pace pop arrangement, some pretty nice sounds they've gone with the synthesizer sounds, the drums so far. Really nice, quite simple, but definitely ear-catching. So far, the only letdown musically probably would be Jisoo's vocal. I'm not 100% sold on the auto-tune that they've used. I feel it doesn't quite fit here with the other sounds that I'm hearing within the arrangement. An interesting chorus there. We don't get a whole lot of vocal work, but we do get the choreography there, which is something which I noticed over the past weekend. I recently watched the live stream of Blackpink's Coachella performance, where so much of their performance was that choreographed dance, which my feelings about that are a little bit mixed. But I kind of understand where they're coming from when trying to appeal to an international audience, particularly in this type of song where Jisoo is singing primarily in Korean. I haven't actually heard any English yet. But again, taking in the fact that this will be a song most likely performed live as well, it also gives Jisoo a moment for a vocal break where she might be able to catch her breath. I'm not 100% what it is, but I'm really enjoying the bass instrument. Kind of sounds like one of those tuned moon drums, I believe they're called, where it has a much more percussive sound than, say, a traditional stringed bass instrument. So we get another chorus there, and musically we don't get anything new. However, in the video clip, we do get some of the story elements moving along. But again, it's mostly that choreographed dancing. As I mentioned earlier, a little bit hard for me to follow along with what's happening within the story. However, I am enjoying the visual elements so far. I like that every now and then, as part of the song structure changes, it flashes up a new chapter of the story. And within that small element, it is giving me little cues as to what to look out for, which I think is quite nice and definitely helpful. So we end off there with a very quick bridge, which then transitions into a chorus. Musically, we don't really get too much more to go off of. I do believe the bass sound did change from that sort of more percussive style bass instrument to a synth bass, and we do get a variation on the synth sounds, but we don't really get too much more other than that small reprieve of having a quiet traditional bridging section where it brings down the energy for a moment before the final chorus kicks in. So my overall thoughts for the song was that it's an okay pop song. It's got a pretty standard pop arrangement. There is a really nice selection of sounds that they chose to go with, particularly that bass sound, which I found is most prominent throughout the verse sections. However, other than that, there wasn't really anything that really stood out to me and grabbed me. As for the video clip, that's where I think things stand out a little bit more. Not only do we get this interesting story playing out, which for me, I think I might have to go back and watch a few more times to really get the full message there. But definitely when it comes to those very heavily choreographed moments, particularly at the end there, I like that one where all of the backup dancers had the one painted pink hand and were dressed all in black, and they formed that flower shape that unfolded. That was very, very cool. And there was some other really nice choreographed moments throughout, which if you're going to go to see them live, they're the moments which I think are going to stand out the most in this sort of song. Okay, that's it for me on this one. Let me know your thoughts on Flower by Jisoo, who is part of the Blackpink ensemble. And also let me know your thoughts if you catched their live performance or the live stream performance at Coachella. If you've liked the video, subscribe to the channel. New videos every week, and I'll see you next time.